She's splinging joy all over the place and empowering others to do the same. Joining me now is certified emotional intelligence life coach, professional speaker, and best-selling author, Heidi Esther. Welcome to the show, Heidi.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. You're a joyologist. Tell us, what is that?
Oh my goodness. So joyology is the formula for really creating the ideal inner and outer conditions so that you can attract and become that authentic leader and liberate your own joy. And so I help people do that.
What's your day-to-day line of work look like to bring that joy out of people?
So first I have to do the work on myself, right? Because you got to do the work first. And so I work with whatever my energy is that day, and either I'll do like yoga or breathing, or I'll even do some dancing while walking my dogs, all sorts of activities to get myself in that joy vibe so that I may fill my cup and pour out to others, either through coaching or being a part of different community groups and showing up there to be of service or speaking.
I have a challenging question. What do you do on those days where you just don't feel like it? You know, you're like, I don't want to be joyful right now.
Yeah, I think it's so important to acknowledge that we are humans with so many different emotions. And it is so important to acknowledge them. And so just compassionately be with yourself, however you show up. And so then you can learn to become your own best friend versus punching yourself in the face, saying, snap out of it. Just being as your own best friend and saying, you know, today is not the best day, and we're gonna work through it no matter what happens.
What inspired you to dive into this line of work?
So joy wasn't an initial calling for me. I walked a path from engineer, and I was a fundraiser for 17 years in our local community. And I went through what I like to call my decade in life's funhouse. And so it had a lot of challenges for me, personal and professional. And when I came to the end of it, I realized it was the pandemic shutdown. And I was recently employed, and I was home just loving life, like so loving life. And I got this call to start sharing my story. Yeah, and so I started a blog, which turned into a book, and then speaking and coaching. And joy was like, a lot of people ask me, why joy? Joy instead of happiness. So happiness to me is something like, you get a present, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. But joy is something that is fulfilling. So like when we're in our joy zones, we have this like buzzy happiness, and we have this like cushion foundation that no matter what happens, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out because we're living this fulfilling life of joy. And I'm a person who is a servant. I love serving others and helping and pouring into others. And during the pandemic, I realized I could be joyful and help other people versus just pouring into everyone else.
I love that. So one of the tools you use to bring that out of people, to bring that joy out of people and just be a helper, is toys, right?
Yes.
You use toys.
Yes.
Okay, we have a toy here.
We do.
And we have this beach ball. Tell us about the beach ball and how does it work?
All right, so there's a lot of different games that we play with the beach ball in either in individual sessions or while speaking. And one of the very first steps to joy is giving yourself permission to show up however you show up that day. You can wear sandals even if it's cold out. And I gave myself permission to wear wacky socks every day, and because they bring me a little joy. And so we use this beach ball to empower ourselves and say, I will give myself permission to say, eat cereal instead of my vegetables in the morning. And so we pass it back and forth, and we give ourselves permission, and that allows me to witness you as, a beautiful, unique soul, and you can witness me also.
All right, let's practice.
All right.
I'm giving you the beach ball. What do you do next?
Okay. I give myself permission to have fun and be joyful, even if I'm nervous. Okay.
Great.
All right, so now I'm going to give you the beach ball.
I give myself permission to have a drink after work because it's been a long week, and I'm also going to add too. I'm going to share the joy, and I'm going to make sure that everyone that is watching is connected with you over on our website at ciLiving.tv right after the show. Heidi, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, it was an absolute joy.